anybody that's in the inner city that's trying to start a business, it is possible. I'm telling you this from experience. I mean, I'm young. I don't have that much business know-how, but I do have experience enough to run a business and help Antonio run Antonio Ansaldi. When I came here as an intern from Northeastern. Wanted to work with a fashion company because that was my dream, my overall dream to own my own fashion company. But when I came in, I saw how the business ran and the day-to-day activities that was needed for a retail business or for any business to succeed. It needs to be very organized. You need to have procedures for everything, and you have to have goals. That's the biggest thing. When I came, it was for a short period because we had a business interruption period because the store caught fire, which was a disappointment to everybody. I thought that everything was going to be over. I didn't know what was going to happen next. Nobody knew what was going to happen next. And the person that suffered the most was Antonio, because he was at a point where he was like, all right, what am I going to do next? Should I start something new? Should I just take my money and take my losses and just leave it alone? But he's been in the game for so long and been doing his fashion things for so long that he knows he doesn't need a store. A store was just after what he was doing before. He was doing the custom things with Rosanna, selling clothing from his house. He told me the stories. I mean, he only opened the store for the community because a lot of people were supporting him. A lot of people believed in the line. A lot of people were coming to his house for hoodies and t-shirts and jeans. So he knew there was a market out there. So the store was just another outlet for him to fill that demand and cater to that market that wanted his clothing and wanted something that represented Boston. So the moral of the story is that you can always bounce back from any major roadblock that prevents you from doing what you want to do. And it just takes a lot of perseverance and goal setting, like we've done at Antonio Ansaldi. We're more focused than ever right now. We know what we want to do. We know how we're going to do it, and we know how to get there now. The only major thing that we need is investment, and we're setting up a game plan to get that. And we know that we can blow in a way that affects the whole community, because right now he's been here for about 5 years. We employ youth from local high schools, from local colleges. I set up internships for myself. He has interns assisting him, teaching them all about the business, all about retail. If you want to make it in the business world, no matter what you're doing, from retail, if you're a designer who has a dream, who knows what's hot or sees something that could be hot, I mean, there's a lot of other things that accompany that to have a business, from running an ice cream store to a convenience store to anything. You have to have a game plan. And I mean, a lot of kids out here, they don't know, they don't have the building blocks of anybody to push them and say, you can do this, to tell them that, you can start something on your own, or you could be a part of something. And that's something that we try to encourage, because a lot of our employees right now are entrepreneurs. They know they want to do something else. A lot of them are college students that want to go into a different profession, or may want to start their own business, like myself. I don't know if I'm going to go into fashion. I was thinking about business consulting or going into some other business. But my experience at Antonio Ansaldi has taught me, he has given me the necessary skills to move forward and be in a different industry other than retail. And that's what we try to do with the youth that come in here. Antonio is a very encouraging guy. I mean, he's taught me a lot, from payroll to accounting to inventory management, and it goes both ways. I taught him things he didn't know about computers and everything. So, I mean, the same thing, we try to do the same things with the employees that come in here, or the interns that come in here, teaching them things that they may not have known. I came in here not knowing anything about the web. Now I'm writing HTML for websites. Now I'm writing HTML for our website. And it's just amazing how much I've grown as a person being here. So I know that anybody coming in the store, anybody who comes here and wants to be part of the company can grow the same way. And we plan on staying in this community. We're not going anywhere. I mean, with the money and the expansion of the line, I mean, it's all about community development. Because you'll see a lot of these these other urban lines, they're not in the hood. I mean, they're not in in the community that buys their stuff. I mean, the only place you see the only way you'll see them in the community is seeing their coat in the window of an urban apparel store. They're not in the hood. They're not employing you. They're not employing. And I'm not saying I'm not being against them or anything like that. Just saying we're making a direct impact on the people in this community, and we take responsibility for that, from not selling the Stop Stitching shirt, from sponsoring community events and school events, to hiring youth that come in here, to mentoring youth that come in here that want to know something. I mean, if somebody comes to me and says, Shari, you know, I want to know more about fashion, I want to know more about what Antonio Ansaldi does, I'll sit down with them and I'll tell them what's what. And you know, if they wanna get a position here, I'm always open for it. So I don't know of any other, let's say, company in general that does that. You know, we're all about, it's not really something that we're doing for show, it's just something that we want to do because we're already from the community. Most of us grew up here. I mean, a lot of employees live in Dorchester, live in Roxbury, live in Boston in general. And I mean, we see that there's limited opportunity for these kids out there. So anybody that shows any sort of interest, you know, we can't do much. We don't have millions of dollars, but we can do some, and that's encouraging them in a way.